And welcome to Barggiano's podcast. I'm your hostess with the leastest. My name is Chuck, and with me, as always,
Matt.
What's up, Matt?
Oh, we're down here at Barggiano's doing another podcast, talking about a whole lot of nothing. But I noticed we didn't have our beers out.
Yes, this was intended on purpose, Matt.
I know. You told me I couldn't get a beer out.
It's okay. So the reason for that is I got us some special beer.
Special? How special?
Oh, it's pretty special. It's not one or two or three. It's Four Hands. You ever heard of Four Hands beer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crafty and it's delicious. Please, hopefully they advertise soon, but I don't care. They're not, and it's very good. So do me a favor. I got two beers down there, the orange cans, and I even have two frosty glasses. They've been sitting in the fridge all day.
I love frosty glasses.
Oh, I know you love frosty glasses, my friend.
City Museum.
Ooh. Like that. I haven't got like that cool 80s movie, which you don't get references to, where you tear them off the can, you know? You ever remember that as a kid? Like you'd see like a 80s movie and a guy would be carrying around like this and it looks so good. Not movie, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A real person in real life. Because movies are bad. But remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that always remind me of that. So here we do this. Oh, that's nice.
You know, speaking of the plastic tops, I just got a few 6-packs of Coke, and you know how they had the plastic rings around the Coke when you buy the 6-pack bottles?
I do, yeah.
They don't have the plastic rings anymore. They it's a cardboard top. They're hooked by their lids, and you got to rip them out of the cardboard. So I guess you don't have to cut up the plastic pieces anymore.
Do you remember like your third grade teacher always said that ducks would get caught in tar oil?
I do, but it's not like that anymore. I was shocked because I did a Walmart delivery, and for some of the vending machines I got, and they came in a new pack.
What a time to be alive. I mean, what else can we say about that? Drink your beer. All right.
I got to pour the beer
Oh,
first.
yeah. Let's get a nice little, look at a real one. Ooh, that's what it's really going to sound like in a minute here.
Let's see who's going to get the less head.
Here's a real one. Ooh, less head. Well, head's not bad. Pour it all, baby. Oh boy. Oh, that's a perfect size glass. Just a little bit extra. I'll leave that.
That's because you got too much head.
Don't take a drink yet. So before you take a drink, this is by Four Hands Brewery. It's a St. Louis local brewery, Four Hands. And it's called City Museum. You got that in there? City Museum. And the way I discovered this was we went to a bar. I can't think. It was for my wife's cousin. And they had one of those like all-you-can-drink bars where you wore like a bracelet.
Yeah.
And you put your arm up to it, and then you could use like the tap. So however, it's kind of like Doghouse Social where however much you pour, but this place was all beer. And I found this. I'm like, this is delicious. So
it says it pairs well with jerk chicken and goat cheese.
Oh, I just thought it said it pairs good with jerks. That's why we were drinking it. But let's have a drink here, Matt. Go and hit that bell, buddy. Cheers. Oh, I'm excited.
Love it.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Love it. I wouldn't drink 6 of them.
No. Most craft beers, you don't do that.
Yeah.
So let me continue the story is that I found this beer, and it's only seasonal. I don't know the facts exactly, but you go like Deerberg's, and you only can find it like twice a year. And it's expensive. It's like 4 of them, like $12 to the craft beers. But anyway, during a couple years ago, during a wedding, it was my wife's cousin's wedding downtown. She was in the wedding, I wasn't, so they're doing the girl stuff, doing the wedding stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm going to go down to this Four Hands brew, and I'm going to go see if they got it. Well, not only did they have it, but they were selling it in cases, and I bought an entire case. I spent like $100 on it, like a case of beer.
Did you walk it into the wedding?
No, I did not. But a homeless guy was asking if he could have one, so I gave him one in the parking lot. Yeah. So
tell him only if he shotguns. I'll give you 2. Shotgun the first.
Well, I don't know if he shotgun. I did save him a slow dance at the wedding, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's actually pretty an elegant dancer. It was surprising. He didn't smell very good, but he could
nice
really
on his feet.
Oh yeah, he could really do the hippie shake. So, what can I tell you? But yeah, that's every episode I'm just giving you more surprise after surprise, and that's your surprise for today.
I know. You got all kinds of surprises. You know what surprise we got tonight too?
Do you have a surprise too?
We got the first fan mail.
Get out of here.
First fan mail.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Are you ready for this story?
I am ready for this story. I didn't even think about it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
How do you want to
Here
start
we
this
go.
out?
I'm going to read it. I got the email up. Kind of a crazy story.
Okay.
Okay, so guy writes in. Little background. Looks like he's got a roommate that is a woman, not a girlfriend.
This is a man?
A man
Okay.
that writes in. Got a girl, not a girlfriend, a girl roommate.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
So the story is going to be a little bit long, so I'm going to try to read this as fast as I can. But he said, I'm in a bit of a strange and awkward situation with my roommate, and I could use your advice.
That's great.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Dr. Barggiano, let's do it.
Says he shares an apartment with a roommate who is a 25-year-old woman. They've always had a good friendship, but recently things have taken a turn towards the bizarre. She has this habit of being quite vocal at night, like really vocal.
Oh no.
He's talking full-on moaning sound that definitely don't seem like they're meant for shared living situations. He tried to ignore it, thinking it might just be a one-time thing, but it became a regular occurrence. And he can't help but to feel super uncomfortable right now. He can hear her through the walls. It's hard to sleep at night. He's thought about having a conversation with her, but he's not sure how to bring it up without making it super awkward. So he's asking, should he be direct and just tell her he can hear her at night, or how should he approach it more casually? And should he suggest they set some boundaries? He really wants to maintain the friendship and keep things cool in the apartment, but also needs to address this situation before it drives him crazy.
So let me make sure I got the facts right here. And I'll make an easy, fast one. It's a man living
Yes.
with a woman, and they're only friends, and she likes to talk loud during different activities and make
I
noises.
don't think it's talk loud. He didn't say this, but
I'm just kidding.
if
but
it was quiet, there might be some like electric toothbrush sounds with some moaning.
oh, so she takes care of her teeth a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it only with toothbrushes, or do sometimes people help her floss?
I don't know. I don't know.
So basically, it's just very loud vocally that you're getting out of this.
Yeah. So it seems like she is having fun by herself. Maybe she's on OnlyFans.
Ooh.
I mean, we don't know.
Maybe she's trying out for the Bop House.
Maybe she is. Maybe she is. So what advice, like, how would you bring this up if you were in that situation? And I know, in your younger days, Chuck, you were more of a friendship with ladies type deal.
I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but okay. You said I wasn't an asshole?
Like, you could room with lady friends. I would not be
I get what
the
you're saying.
material to
that comes
to
from
room
me
with.
being the youngest of two older sisters. But
Yeah.
a couple of things. I think first thing I would do is if I wanted to maintain the friendship and I didn't want to like rock the boat, I would probably knock on the door first and say, "Hey, is everything okay in there? I just want to make sure." Or ask her in the morning, "Were you okay last night? I heard a bunch of loud noises," but be real vague about it. And when I say vague, I mean be real vague. But that way she would know, oh wow, so and so, my roommate can hear me. Maybe I need to shut it down a little bit. Or if the other thing I'm thinking is maybe she has a thing for him and she wants him to hear her doing it.
That's a twist.
Yeah, this guy didn't leave a name or anything, did he?
No, he did not leave a
Can we
name.
make
of
up a name
either.
for him?
Yeah,
What should his name be?
he didn't leave a name for himself or her. Just that.
Oh, I got it. Can we name her Mona?
Yeah, Mona Lot.
So Mona
Yes.
has a thing for, what's his name? What are we going to call him in this situation?
Let's see. What's a good name for him? Jack?
Sure. So Jack, hopefully he's off work that night. So Jack and Mona are living together.
Yes.
So I'm thinking if Mona has possibly some kind of affectionate feelings for Jack, maybe this is a test. And again, maybe not at all. But the first thing I would do, if it was one to maintain friendship, I would make a point to let her know that I can hear you before I would do a direct approach. I mean, if he's sick of it, absolutely. But if he wants to maybe do the friendship and a soft toss-up, if you will. What do you think on this?
Man, I'm caught because I'm a little bit different. And I'd just start banging on the wall. Or I'd start moaning with her. Moaning with Mona? Sounds like a good TV show.
It's like a UPN show back in the day.
Yeah. Like maybe I'd start grunting and see. No, but I'd take Chuck's advice. That's not what I would do. But yeah, I think it's a good approach if you want to keep things comfortable. Bringing it up the next day, saying, "Hey, was everything okay? I heard, was your TV too loud last night?" I mean,
again, I would like to know more information if he's interested, or if this is strictly platonic and they don't, or if it's something that, I mean, if you're living with somebody, you're gonna have a deep down romantic, even if you never act on it. You're still a man and a woman.
But maybe he's gay.
Okay, so let's say Jack's gay.
Yeah.
Let's say Jack's gay. So if that's the case, I would definitely do what I did first, or what I said first is make a point to let her know that I can hear you.
Yeah.
And then if for some reason she just keeps doing it and don't care, then that's when the direct approach needs to happen. And I would probably do it either when she's drunk to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Or just say, "Hey, I need to talk to you," and sit down and be adults.
Yeah, there is a few things we don't know, like does she drink? Is he gay? Is she gay? Or how many of them shows do you see, or let's call them Facebook reels or TikTok reels of like best friends trying to kiss best friends and seeing the reaction because they want more than best friends. And maybe that is what she wants, is more than friends.
Matt, I'm not going to kiss you tonight. Is that
Yeah.
Is this real? What's going on here? I don't know about that. No, yeah. So you think she's trying to get that out of him?
Yeah. Lead him on a little bit.
I don't know.
Like, how does she walk around the house? Like, that might tell the story, too. Like, is she in her silk pajamas walking around the house?
I would go as far and call them PJs.
Yeah. So, or does she just walk around in her regular clothes? I think there's a lot of things here, a lot of variables that could come into play on how to approach the situation.
Again, I would probably the direct approach. That's how I roll. I roll like a
direct after you try the soft approach.
Oh, absolutely. That's my personality. I don't like confrontation, so I'll avoid it. I don't say at all costs, but preferably I can have confrontation with people, but I don't think it's necessary all the time. So if that doesn't work, then you go, okay, we need to have a talk. And then whatever happens after that, you email us back, Jack, and you let us know, because I want to see what happens. There's so much we don't know.
Yeah, I was just thinking his name was Jack from like my 12-year-old days. His last name was Mehoff. Mm-hmm. We got Mona and Jack Mehoff.
Do you know that's a reference from a movie with Chris Farley?
No. I know who Chris Farley is, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Fat guy in a little coat. I mean, aren't you impressed with that?
No, you don't. You don't know how much this bothers me. I am like, I love movies. I mean, half my references of any kind of jokes I have is from a movie. So speaking of that,
well, let's recap for Jack.
Yeah. Okay.
So Chuck's advice is soft approach, see what's going on first,
mm-hmm.
And then if the noise, quote unquote noise, continues, then you would have the direct approach. How long would you let that noise continue before you have the direct approach? The next day? 2 days?
Oh no, the very next day. The direct when you're
Yeah, so soft approach today. Hey, everything okay? Yeah, everything was fine.
But I want to add something to this. If let's say he is gay or he's not interested in her sexually or romantically, I should say, then you have the direct approach. But if he is interested in her romantically, that's a whole nother conversation.
Does he knock on the door when it's happening if he's a little bit interested to see if she's trying to bait him?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If he's interested and that's what he's going for, I would knock on that and
knock on the door.
Knock on the door and don't try to be overly smooth. Don't say some corny line like you're probably thinking right now, but just be like, "Hey, Mona, everything okay in there?" You see that little deep voice that I don't have, but you do. But the point is, throw that Fisher lure out there and see what happens.
Okay.
But again, we don't know. We don't know what happens. So if you like this advice, first off, you're welcome. But second off, I'd love to hear what happened. Please do.
A little follow up.
If you are proud enough or brave enough to write in, please let us know how this goes. I'd love to follow up on this.
Yeah,
maybe even call into the show.
And for anybody else needing advice, right here. Oh, maybe right here, right here, right here. Oh, here, right here.
Oh,
you got a little sticker with a QR code.
Man, merch is coming out every episode.
I know.
What can I say? I want to take that off for a second.
Listen to the podcast. So we got this. Scan the QR code, get to all of our socials, and
you know what this is for? Did I tell you?
Yeah, you did. But I am interested. I love the fan mail today.
I do too.
So any advice, any story, let us know. But yeah, let's. I know we got a couple things we
you're
stopped
good.
on.
I don't want to cut you off there for sure. But yeah, Jack, if you are, please let us know. Please follow back up.
Yeah.
We would love to hear back from that. And hopefully our advice is worthwhile because, I feel like we don't know enough of the facts of Jack's to get, 100%. But
yeah.
So good luck, Jack.
Good luck.
Anyway, but these are stickers.
Yes.
These are stickers. And do you remember, I don't know if in the previous episode I was telling you about, but it's actually coming up in a couple of days here. The Gothiganza that we're going on. My wife, Hammer, and Gertie. That's a foursome trio of none. I don't think it makes any sense. But anyway, it's for, I figured we'd make a bunch of these. Maybe we can hand some of these out and spread the word of Barggianos or something.
Yeah. Scan the QR code.
Yeah, so we got our T-shirts ready to go. I actually got a T-shirt made just like that. I'm probably not going to wear it, but yeah.
With the QR code?
It does. The exact same thing. It's on a white T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like that. So it's kind of funny. My boys were like, they walked up, they scanned it, go, "That's cool." It goes right to the site. And as listeners, please be aware of, because this is very important, Matt. But no, for the website, or that QR code will take you directly to our website. But also on our website, you can listen to every single episode. You can watch every single episode. It's a YouTube link embedded. And at the top, we have 3 or 4 different tabs. We have Contact Us. So if you contact us, there's just one big button that says Email Us, and it takes you directly to email.
Yeah.
And then the other one we have is How to Follow. So we have all the social media links, everything you can do, and it's super easy, super plain. We know your guys' time is valuable. We don't want to waste it. So yeah, you click on there, you scan a code, you click a button, you're in.
Here are all the episodes.
Everything, yeah.
I love it.
There's becoming a lot. We're close to syndication. I mean, jeez.
I know.
How's that beer? This is delicious.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite beers. It's delicious. So anyway, you know what? Maybe, since we're talking about the sticker, maybe I'll throw the QR code somewhere around here.
Yeah.
If people want to go and give that a scan. And then, let us know what you think about the website. Anything we can change on that, and be good to go. So,
yeah, I love it.
I was talking to a guy at work. We were talking about the 80s today. Differences about 80s and today's things. Not necessarily things you can get away with, but things you don't see anymore. And do you ever have memories that just pop back in your head after about 100 years? You're like, oh my God, I just totally forgot about this, but now it's all rushing back to my brain. So one of these was, we were talking about, and I was going to ask you if you had this in your life, a little bit of gross topic, but a bowl, when you would get sick, you would throw up in the bowl.
We had a spit up bucket. Yeah.
Now, hold on. Everyone had a spit up bucket, But the tipper was, and a couple people at work were like, "Oh my god, we had the exact same thing." So ours was a wooden bowl, about yay big, about the size of a basketball, and let's say my mom or one of us got sick, we would relieve her dirty stuff from her mouth in there. But the very next night, my mom would serve salad out of the exact same bowl.
Oh, no.
We had one. Apparently, bowls were very expensive in the 80s.
Oh, that makes my stomach turn, man.
Well, I'll go get the bowl.
No. No, I'm okay. We had a plastic bucket that was always kept in the laundry room.
Oh, you had a special spot for your slop drop box.
Yeah, so it was a little gray rectangular plastic bucket.
Okay.
That we had. So
I swear to God, Matt, I'm not kidding. Like the night before, probably during the night, my mom would have got sick with it. I would see the cooking was not great in the house, God bless, but it was like salad would be in the exact same bowl.
Oh,
and
boy.
I was young, but I know for a fact we did not have multiple bowls of that size.
Wow.
So
yeah.
So it just was, it's amazing. Something you can remember 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever years, and it just pops right back in your head. And you're like, this is unbelievable, of all the memories and all that stuff shooting through my head. So
you think of the spit up bucket.
Yeah. I call it the puke bowl, but I think to myself a lot, like what memories are we forming, or me, you, but we forming for our own kids? Like these one little things stick out to us. My mom did that and didn't think two things in the world. We're like, who cares? It's a bowl that someone's, but that stuck with me. What, God forbid, is it the podcast? Is it anything in this room that's going to just, denter our kids?
Ours
memories?
was mostly food. So my brothers and sisters always joke. My mom, she tried her best, and we were always fed well as kids, and we didn't have a lot of money growing up, but she always cooked us salmon patties.
Were they like frozen from like a grocery store? Or
no,
fresh?
Worse. I think worse. It's like canned salmon, like shredded salmon, and then she would put it all in an egg, or mix an egg in there, and then she'd make like a hamburger patty out of these, and she would bread them in saltine crackers.
Wow.
And then we had this little, almost like you were talking, a little bowl. Like she never cooked them on the stove. We had like a separate plug-in, turn dial fryer type pan. She put a little oil in there, and she could fit 4 patties perfectly in there. So she'd cook 8 patties, and then she would always pair that with canned asparagus. Like, I like asparagus, but not from the can. Have you ever had canned asparagus?
What?
Yes, canned asparagus. You've never had it?
No one's ever had canned asparagus.
One day on the show, I'm going to bring canned asparagus.
No, you're not. The podcast, we might be ending the podcast.
Yeah. No, you'll have your wooden bowl next to you, and it'll be fine. So we'll do the canned asparagus, and we'll do the wooden bowl. But the canned asparagus, it's terrible. It's like soggy, and like the texture is just god awful. So we always joke with my mother about this one particular meal. Even my dad had a procedure not too long ago and had to eat quote unquote soft foods. So the text going around was, Mom, this is the perfect time for you to cook the salmon patties and make the canned asparagus. Like, nothing is softer than this.
Did her eyes light up and she goes, I'm back, baby.
Yeah, she just laughs at the text. Just, haha, but yeah.
That's great.
My brothers and sisters, like, that's the one meal. So growing up, like, the one thing we remember is... salmon patties and canned asparagus. It wasn't my favorite meal.
Now, we didn't, no asparagus in my life. I hated vegetables. I think because my mom just didn't know how to cook them right.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming my mom. It just, she wasn't a great cook. No big deal. No one ever taught her. But the one thing that would get us was we'd eat dinner every night together, which was nice. But you could not get up old school until you ate your vegetables.
Yeah.
And they would be smart asses, let's just say. And I hate it with a passion. And I remember this, the square container of the 80s. You put hot dogs in now, you'd see them, but they're like square with a handle. And they would put canned cream or spinach or hot
cream of spinach.
I don't, even to this day, I don't like anything that's cooked. I can eat anything raw. Don't love it, but I can eat carrots. I like salads, but anything raw I can eat. But if you put it, like you steam it, you make it hot, whatever it is, I do not like that. So and this probably roots back because I'm sitting there on the table, and they would put it right in front of me and make a joke like, "Here you go, Chucky," and the shit would reek. It would just be disgusting. Yeah. And they would make me, well, like a mean way, but they're like, you got to eat it. And then I want to eat it, and then they won't let me get up for like whatever. And
until you ate it.
And I'm very what's the word, stubborn, and I would stubborn anybody. And I would sit there for like 3 hours, and they're like finally like, all right, get up, whatever. But I did truly hated vegetables. I think because of all that. I would have been like, hey, someone told me a really good trick, a good Barggiano's tip here real fast for you. But this one I thought this was very educational. It was a woman I used to work with. She had like 100 kids. And I asked her about vegetables. We were talking. I was brand new to being a father. And she goes, you know what I do with vegetables with my kids? And they all like vegetables. And I go, what's that? And she goes, I make them. I say, hey, you have to try it. You have to try it with an open mind. But if you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. So what it did was the kids would be like, oh, I'll take a bite of that because I'm not going to have to eat it. You're not saying, hey, you got to eat this till you don't get up. Yeah. And she said her kids, some of them like certain ones, but all of her kids like certain types of vegetables because they weren't afraid to try something new. Yeah. And I thought that was very good advice to stick with. So
my kids love vegetables. I'm fortunate when it comes to that. They, we do like asparagus.
I like asparagus too.
My kids love broccoli. We cook a lot of Asian cuisines, which has, a lot of different vegetables in there, chopped carrots, green beans, different things. But, yeah, the kids, but, to your point, they like different things. Like, my youngest daughter, she will eat hamburgers and chicken, but she hates steak.
Really?
Hates steak. While the other one loves a medium rare steak. Now, the one who hates steak, she will eat steak as long as it's in a taco, like a fajita. Like she will put sour cream. She'll put,
interesting, the consistency,
roasted peppers in there.
I've heard of that where people are like, it's all about how you. It's like, oh, I like hamburger, but not on a bread or like just the consistency.
She will still eat the steak, but she has to have a steak. She'll call it a steak taco, and she'll put vegetables in there, and she'll still eat the steak, but she will not eat steak plain.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, scooting topics here 1 second. I don't know if you want to talk about this tonight or another whole nother episode, but I know you got back from Vegas a couple of days ago. Do you want to save that for something special or maybe longer? Or how was your trip, man?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we got much time here, but, we can go into some details. But short story is the weather was great. The food was great. The watching the basketball was great. Slot machines, not so great. Slot machines. Got a lot of time with the wife. So it was a good vacation for us, but yeah, we can get into more details on a future episode. I know we just came back, still fresh, but excited to.
Maybe that'll be another bonus Barggiano episode. I tell you what, we threw that bonus Barggiano episode out, and it was one of her highest rated seen episodes. It was like within 3 days, it beat out like the 2-week first episode. I don't know. Tell us what you liked, but
it was crazy too because. I mean, Chuck and his phenomenal editing skills. I'm in the middle of a casino with my AirPods in, with my phone resting on a slot machine on an external battery with my AirPods in. And I'm like, I don't know how good this is going to go. But, yeah, if you watch the special episode, you see my, call it whatever. I left my wife at a slot machine to go walk around and find a little bit of background scenery. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
It was fun. It was neat to be out and the public and see that. And if you guys like that, let us know because we can definitely do more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of magic editing, but just more for sound wise and stuff like that. But it was funny because when we were doing it, we were like, well, I don't know what it's going to look like. Let's just hit record and see what happens. And I guess people like that. So.
Yeah, I think we got some great outside patios around us. I think maybe we can do a little traveling one here once.
Yeah, for sure.
The weather's starting to turn, but once it gets nicer.
And maybe a little. We're going to that bowling state tournament. We maybe do something interesting.
Yeah,
for sure. We'll see what happens with that. It's going to be a eventful weekend, so we'll see if we can fit something in.
Yeah, I think we'll fit it in.
I don't know. Well, Matt, I think we said enough tonight. How are you feeling?
I don't know. I'm just excited that people are sending in mail, and we're talking about puke buckets and steak and worst meals. But it's
puke buckets. That's fantastic.
It's always good to be down here in Barggiano's, and
does it feel good to be back?
Yeah. I mean, it was a week away.
Is it like you gained your weight back and you're putting on your fat jeans? You're just back. You feel good.
You know, one thing I will say, and I think we mentioned this on a previous show, maybe not, but I had a procedure done. I had the upper and lower endoscopy done, and I was having trouble swallowing food, but that was fixed. And my God, like out in Vegas, I was like, man, I love eating. I think I'm gaining weight because I am enjoying eating so much. So it's unreal.
So you're saying you swallow now?
I swallow now.
You're a swallower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got rid of my acid reflux. They stretched out the esophagus a little bit. It was shrunk.
You know, I'm excited for you. That's fantastic. And if somebody, for some reason, you know, if you're ever moaning in your room and someone's beating on the wall next to you, it's not me. So
yeah,
stretched out. All right, buddy. Well, I think that's it for Barggiano's. Matt, It's been a pleasure. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back, baby. And I guess until next time.
Barggiano's out.
Barggiano's out.